Andrew Garfield just did the one thing that none of the elites in Hollywood wants him to do, and that is defend Mel Gibson. As we know, Hollywood absolutely despises Mel Gibson, and there are some very specific reasons for why that is. There are a lot of elites out there that want to destroy Mel Gibson, and they have tried to destroy him for years now at this point. And some of the reasons for why that is, it's things like this video right here coming from Mel Gibson.
The fight to end child trafficking is a worldwide movement that requires collective effort and a united front. This is just the beginning. Go see Sound of Freedom.
And as we know, Hollywood absolutely hates Sound of Freedom, and there's reasons for why that is. I think we all know exactly why they hate the film Sound of Freedom, which is about the trafficking of children and all that type of stuff. There's a reason for why Hollywood hates this movie, and Mel Gibson was a huge fan and supporter of that film. There's also Mel Gibson saluting Trump, which of course sent a lot of Hollywood celebrities into a complete meltdown when this happened. And so we can go on and on and on with all sorts of reasons for why Hollywood hates Mel Gibson. He, of course, has been very critical of Hollywood in the past. He has threatened to expose them for some of the absolutely horrible things that they have done. And all of this combined has made Mel Gibson a major threat to Hollywood. And so Andrew Garfield today is sticking his neck out to defend Mel Gibson in this absolutely epic interview that we're going to be checking out here today. A lot of this, as you can imagine, is tied to the controversies coming from Mel Gibson from back in 2006 when he said some anti-Semitic stuff on a call. And this, of course, has been always kind of the looming shadow over Mel Gibson. But we've seen some actors come out to defend Mel Gibson, people like Andrew Garfield, that's what we're going to be checking out today, and Robert Downey Jr. in the past. So speaking with People magazine, Garfield, who collaborated with Gibson on Hacksaw Ridge, said that the Academy Award-winning director has done a lot of beautiful healing with himself. I learned a lot, actually. I learned that people can heal. I learned that people can change, that people can get help. And this, of course, goes completely against the woke ideology, right? Or as we could call it, the woke religion, because that's really what it is. There is no healing. There is no forgiveness. There is no redemption in the woke ideology. I learned that everyone deserves respect, Garfield said when asked about working with Gibson on Hacksaw Ridge, and that people deserve second chances, third chances, fourth chances, that none of us are infallible, which he is completely correct about. That is much more in line with like the Christian worldview than it is the woke worldview, which is pretty much the opposite of Christianity. He's done a lot of beautiful healing with himself, Garfield added, and I thank God because he is an amazing filmmaker, and I think he deserves to make films. He deserves to tell stories because he has a very big, compassionate heart. He's the kind of director that would come from behind the monitors just with his eyes wet. He knew when it was right and he knew when it wasn't right, and I just really trusted him. And he's a visceral storyteller, so he can feel. He's like he can't help but feel everything. He's a real empathetic guy. And so because of what Andrew Garfield said in this interview today, as you can imagine, there are a lot of people who are very, very mad at Andrew Garfield. A lot of celebrities, a lot of random weird wokesters on Twitter. No, Andrew. You're doing it wrong. You're doing wokeness wrong. I love Andrew, but no on Gibson. And I'm sad that Andrew is making excuses for him. So all of these sheep are now out here, and they are now saying that Andrew Garfield is an enemy because, of course, that is the ideology that has been imprinted on their brains by Hollywood and by the media. Fourth chances? Who gives someone a fourth chance? At that point, you are a effing rube. So Andrew Garfield, I hope that you're ready to jump on the train with the rest of us, because that is basically what is going to happen to you if you continue down this path. So with that being said, let me know what you think about this insanity. Hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, protect Mel Gibson at all costs. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.